Hello everybody, Taylor Parks here, my first official reality TV video blog. For the first time I'm getting on here and talking about reality TV, and I hope to do this maybe 3 or 4 times a week, and maybe schedule Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes, or no, not Monday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or possibly Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But we'll see how it goes. Just doing it 3 days this week. We got a lot to talk about today. First off, last night the Amazing Race, the 20th season of the Amazing Race premiere, and I actually really enjoyed it. I really like the cast this season. Some of my favorite teams include, since I am from Kentucky, I have to root for Bopper and Mark, who are from Clay County, Kentucky. I think it said on their website that they were from Manchester. I don't know much about Manchester, except I know that there's a Christian camp for juvenile delinquents called Onita. And anytime my sisters misbehave, my mom always threatens to send them there. I guess it's kind of an inside joke. But anyway, I really like them. And then Joey Fitness and Danny, they're pretty cool. The two self-proclaimed Guidos. I think that a lot of people don't like them for the simple fact that they sort of represent the Guidos, and they nearly got eliminated last night, and they were kind of saved by a certain mistake. And I'll talk about that a little later. But it was one hell of a funny ending to a season premiere, and I'll talk about that a little later. And then we have Brendan and Rachel. Who can't love Brendan and Rachel? I mean, they cause so much drama, yet they're so competitive, and they really back up their smack talk. And I'm really hoping they make it far this season and actually win. It'd be cool for them to win, and everybody that hates them can get all upset because they don't win, and then we'll have the idiots that get on there and say, oh, the show's rigged because they rigged it for Brendan and Rachel to win, and they ended up winning, and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, I like them. And the two twin brothers, I think they're pretty cool, too. I think they could last a really long time. And as of right now, I think the only team that I actually dislike is the Clowns. I forget their names, but they are annoying as hell. And if they last long, I think I'll probably lose my mind. But I'll be talking about them about every week about how much I hate them. So, and anybody that does like them, get used to it. But anyway, let's talk about at the end of the episode. In the end, it was Misa and Maya that ended up getting eliminated. And kind of funny what happened. How they were eliminated. They ended up, after they finished the final task, they were told to find Phil at the pit stop because the pit stop was on the grounds of the final task in the episode. And anyway, Joey Fitness and Danny, and then Misa and Maya were the last two left finishing the task. And so they headed, Misa and Maya finished first, followed by Joey Fitness and Danny. And what Misa and Maya did is they looked all over the grounds for the pit stop. They actually walked outside to where the pit stop, where Phil and the Matt and the greeter were, and they looked all around the area. They did not see the production crew, the cameras, Phil, the greeter. They didn't see anything, and walked back where they were and passed up the pit stop, giving Joey Fitness and Danny one of the funniest finishes ever and one of the funniest saves ever. I was in here laughing my ass off because it was one of the funniest finishes in Amazing Race history. I couldn't believe that Misa and Maya probably committed one of the dumbest mistakes in Amazing Race history. It was pretty funny. I really thought that was funny. But anyway, the preview showed that upcoming this season, and of course, Rachel will cause a lot of drama, which I'm not really surprised by. I'm hoping that she actually, does a good job at starting drama, because it's really funny when she does. But anyway, moving on to The Celebrity Apprentice, which premiered last night. It was a 2-hour episode, and I really hate that they do the 2-hour episode because I think they focus too much on the task. I remember back years ago when The Apprentice was just an hour long, and it seemed like it ran a lot more smoothly, and we didn't get a lot done. But I guess 2 hours is okay if you like to sit there and watch the entire task unfold and then watch an extremely lengthy boardroom, which I guess is okay in small doses, but just 2 hours every single episode is a little too much. But anyway, we have them separated, men versus women once again. The men, called unanimous, features Clay Aiken, George Takei, Adam Carolla, Paul Tuttle Sr. from American Choppers, who is a project manager. There's Clay Aiken. I believe I mentioned him, not for sure. But who else is there? We have Arsenio Hall, Michael Andretti, Penn Jillette. A great group of guys on the men team. And then on the women's team, we have Teresa from Real Housewives. We have Cheryl Teagues, who ended up getting fired. Patricia Velasquez, who is project manager. Diana Mendoza, Aubrey O'Day. Tia Carrere, who played Cassandra in Wayne's World. Oh, Dreamweaver. Wayne's World is one of my all-time favorite movies. I'm sorry, but I just love the movie. I remember when my dad was a truck driver, me and a friend of mine went out on the road with him, and we watched that movie about every single day, and loved the movie, and it's just one of my favorite movies. But anyway, the task this week was to sell sandwiches in a sandwich shop, and I've noticed that for the past few seasons of The Celebrity Apprentice, the first task has always had to do with food. I believe, yeah, pretty much every single season. The first season had to do with selling hot dogs. Second one was selling cupcakes. Third one was running a hamburger place, and then the last season was a pizza, and then this season it's the food. But anyway, both teams seemed to fare really well. There wasn't that much drama in the episode, and if you notice, both the project managers both had love for their team, even though they called out a few people. But in the end, they both raised more money than any first episode tasks. Both teams, and in the end, the men won the task. Paul Tuttle Sr., of course, got money donated to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and the women's team, Forte, ended up losing, and I really wasn't surprised by it. But in the end, Donald Trump ended up firing Cheryl. I'm guessing because she didn't have the fire as much as the other contestants. It seems like that's the reason he always fires the first contestant. But anyway, I really don't like Victoria. For some reason, she just rubs me the wrong way, and I don't think it'll be good this season. I'm really hoping for a good season, and I hope Teresa does well. I hope Tia does well. Even Patricia, she did really good in the first task, and then Arsenio, Clay, Paul. I just hope that those guys really, really do well, and I'm sure I'll get more favorites as the seasons go on. Now tonight on TV we have The Bachelor on ABC. The final four women will actually go home, and Ben will come visit each of them, and I'm sure that we'll have some funny moments, more funny than we've seen since the opening cocktail party. But honestly, with Courtney this season, I don't think there's been a dull moment from Courtney pulling a Richard Hatch and stripping and taking her top off. But yeah, I'm hoping for a good episode tonight. Then we have The Voice, which comes on at 8 o'clock on NBC. The Bachelor and The Voice are both 2 hours. We also have Bad Girls Club on Oxygen. What else? And I think that's about it of reality TV tonight. And then tomorrow night we have, of course, The Biggest Loser at 8 on NBC, a 2-hour show. We have Top Shot on History, Ink Master on Spike TV, and that's about it. And I will be back on Wednesday for another blog. I hope everybody enjoys their Monday. We'll see you guys later.